Thomas, it's awfully cold in here. You know how cold it is?
How cold?
It's as cold as this cold open.
Welcome back to the Jen and Thomas podcast. I am your host, Thomas. Joined with us, as always, our wonderful co-host, Tinez. Tinez, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Thomas. I'm doing great.
Yeah, and so, Tinez, it is the cold winter season, and we gotta bundle up. We gotta stay warm.
Yes, we do.
And have you ever seen that? Who was the guy? Morgan Freeman. He did the Penguin movie, the Penguin Show,
March of the Penguins.
And so in that Penguin movie, March of the Penguins, they did this thing where they like huddled together to stay warm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to do that when it's just you and me. So we have a very warm special guest this week to help us stay in our little huddled Penguin circle.
I'm Toasty.
Brandon Toasty Churchill in the studio.
What's up, Thomas?
I'm doing well.
What's up, Brandon?
So and it was actually Tinez. We were walking into the studio today, and Tinez, you took one look at me and you just said, "That's the warmest man I've ever seen. Let's bring him in." I said, "Can't argue with that." And here we are.
It's fair. So
Brandon, how you doing? Besides being warm.
Well, I am warm. Newly engaged.
Newly engaged.
Engaged. And new car owner.
Newly engaged in street racing with
Newly
that mad whip.
Engaged in street racing.
That's great. Congratulations on both the car and the gal. How do you feel?
One of them is better than the other.
Comment below.
Oh, yeah.
Comment below on who you think is better. No, I'm very happy. We're all very happy for you.
Congrats.
Thank
Way
you.
to start the new year.
Thank you.
Yeah. I had a great time at the engagement party. Unfortunately, Tinez couldn't make it, but you were missed. But it was a great, great time.
I would say it's more of a she said yes party.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'll have an actual engagement party. She goes back and forth on it. We'll see.
Well, what we did have, I thought was really nice. It was really good.
It was.
Her parents were there, and and thankfully the friend group didn't get too crazy to where the parents were like, "Oh."
Well, they've seen that friend group get.
Well, no,
crazy
I know,
before,
but like it was a good level of like party.
We go to Mexico with them. So
well, no, I know. You know what I mean. I'm just saying, like it was a good level of activity.
Yeah. No,
it was a really
respectful.
good time.
Yeah, it was good.
A newly engaged man. I'm like, buddy, I'm buying your next drink. What is it? I'll take a Bud Light draft.
You know what it is.
You know what it is. The man sticks to the classics.
You know we do.
Anyway, there's plenty of that to talk about. Let's talk about what the people are here for.
The drinks.
The drinks.
First of all, tell us what our main drink is, and then we'll get into the next our starter offer.
Our starter offer. So the drink today is Frostbite. It's the cold winter months. Recently, like I think it was like a couple weeks ago, we were down in single digits, man.
Yeah, we
and
were.
I had my first time in sub-zero temperatures. Like it was like -2, and then the wind chill was -30.
Yep.
I stepped outside, and before I got to the top of my staircase,
Frozen.
my hair was frozen in place, and I looked great.
Yeah, there you go.
But I was even wearing insulated gloves, and I still lost feeling in my fingers. First time I ever had anything like that. But so anyway,
got to get a heated steering wheel.
There's no heated steering wheel in my car. But so to celebrate, we're having a Frostbite drink. We're not having a sip yet.
Okay.
We're not having a sip yet. I'm just holding it.
We're gonna do this one first.
We are actually having a new tradition here on the pod. Tinez, here you go.
We're gonna try the.
We're gonna try the straight the featured alcohol.
The featured liquor inside this drink.
Hold on, let me grab it.
Especially since we're trying different liquors, different brands to try to...
Yeah, different brands with different cocktails, and we'll get into why we picked this one specifically. But so this is La Gritona, as the white way to say it. La Gritona tequila, yeah, silver tequila. Let's have a sip. First impression.
Shit, dude.
The smell is a lot stronger and a lot more kick than the taste, I think.
There's some good fruity flavors in there, though.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And those fruity flavors is why we went with this bottle, actually. You were there. You know.
I was there. To be honest, it's way better than a lot of tequilas I've had.
Yeah, I am not a tequila person.
Same.
I like a tequila shot. like, it's not this like, oh, I just don't like tequila. Like a tequila shot makes me feel like it's not worth the drunk level.
If I had a shot of that,
This
I
is
would
good.
be fine with that.
Yeah,
This
I
is
agree.
good.
I agree.
Not that expensive, by the way, either.
Yeah, it was like 40,
Maybe 40 bucks. 40 bucks for
yeah.
the bottle.
And so I have a picture here. Let me bring it up.
So not like crazy expensive for a bottle of tequila,
Well, and we were going to go with a staff pick of the place we were at.
which
and-
I've had before, which is really good.
Yeah, and then this was also a staff pick, but it was like rated a 9. All right, so this is the little blurb they had. Reviewed as a Best Buy. Look for a pale straw hue, fruity and herbaceous aromas. Offers distinct tropical fruit notes, opening with a faint floral hint. Grapefruit peel, pink peppercorns, and so the other bottle kind of said it has a bit of a green apple taste.
Doesn't really fit in with our drink.
Yeah, but our drink today is a frostbite, which,
Okay.
whoops, let me bring that back up. And so our drink today is a frostbite, and that is tequila, blue curacao, which is orange, white creme de cacao, which I used Mozart white chocolate
To get the white.
liqueur.
With the
Yeah,
white.
because everywhere is sold out of the white creme de cacao. And then give it a half ounce of cream. I used whole milk because I don't really need that richness.
Fair enough.
And a little cherry to garnish. So
I'm gonna be honest, this does not look like a drink that has tequila in it.
no, it does not. It's almost like
Especially
a
with
foggy,
the blue.
It's a foggy blue.
And this is frostbite. It does have a nice froth on it, which
Yeah.
I get the...
Should we give this a taste, boys?
Yeah, so let's give it
Let's
a quick
do it,
little
let's do
taste.
it.
Tastes like tequila.
Yeah, it does.
small hint of tequila, but I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it would be a bit more of a chocolate orange taste, but I definitely get the white chocolate.
Oh, yeah. I can see that, yeah. Very creamy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very, very creamy. And I mean, yeah, I like it. I think maybe on like a second round I might add a little more of everything else. Like
Over the tequila?
Yeah. I think maybe a little more orange.
I was almost
And
thinking
the
more
chocolate.
tequila.
Oh, all right,
More
Brandon.
tequila?
Maybe it just... Maybe in my opinion, it just should not have tequila in it.
So why would you put in more tequila?
Tequila.
I don't know.
Well, it did say you could also use vodka, but
Interesting.
I don't know, Brandon. But anyway,
Sorry.
so this was kind of funny. So we when we were shopping, like at the end of the little blurb, it's like owned and operated by women.
100%.
100% owned and operated by women. And so we get it, and I'm like, La Gratona. I feel like I know that word from somewhere. Google Translate comes through. So it means the loudmouth, and it's
Oh,
feminine, La
Jesus.
Gratona, so it means loudmouthed woman.
And here I'm thinking, we'll get
Aren't they all?
We'll get 100% woman-owned tequila for our podcast. You know, be progressive and shout out to the women out there. And then you're like, it's called loudmouth tequila.
Pinche viejas, am I right?
They're just leaning into it, I guess.
It's their fault we're sexist. They said it first.
I think they just know good branding.
They do know good branding. No, but it's good. The bottle, and what really drew our eye to it was the bottle. I'm going to post a picture of the bottle when
Super
we post
sick.
it. But
Yeah, it's got this cool cork deal on the top.
Yeah.
And it's a really flat.
I like the
skinny
drink.
bottle.
I think maybe a little more. Maybe I should have gone for cream because I feel like a little more milky would have been good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
a little
think
milk
so.
would have been good with it.
Yeah.
You can taste the tequila in that, so I
Yeah.
would say
We do
just
have a
little
heavy
more milk.
whipping cream in there if you want to use that.
We can do that for the next one.
Yeah, let's try that next.
Okay.
I'm down with that. Because, we have at least 2 on this podcast.
Absolutely. But no, overall, we like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I
I'm
like
here
it.
for it. I'm here
Yeah,
for
I was
it.
a little worried because I'm not a tequila guy.
Yeah, that's the only thing is like the tequila twang is a little interesting, but I mean it's not bad. Like it's not overbearingly tequila.
Yeah. And so, speaking of tequila, there is a quick little blurb I want to give you guys here. So,
Hit me.
I think I don't remember which episode it was, but I had kind of talked to you about how we were talking about like how some things have like a location tag, a designation of origin.
Correct.
You remember that?
Yes.
And so, Tinez, in case you don't know, some alcohol. I think we talked to you about this
think so.
last week, but it's like champagne can only come from like Champagne, France, with champagne grapes and champagne yeast, and then like that one area in California.
Yeah.
So tequila has the same thing. but it has to be from Jalisco with blue agave, whatever, right?
It has to be from Jalisco?
Jalisco.
Oh, my
So
God.
I didn't know that.
So I'm just reading this off of Wikipedia.
Okay.
And so I'm going to give us a little more information. So it goes, Mexican, and this, by the way, tequila used to be like made everywhere.
Right.
And this, when they passed this law, it almost completely destroyed the tequila industry.
Of course.
And so, and then when tequila had to be made this specific way, that is what gave rise to mezcal.
Well, yeah, because who would just go out and buy a mezcal?
Yeah.
Because
so,
in my experience, I've had a mezcal, and it's generally the one with the worm in it.
yeah, well, and mezcal can,
It can vary so much.
mezcal can, be anything. And tequila used to be like that. And so now
well, it's
tequila
any
is
agave.
Yeah, from anywhere.
Right. This tequila was just blue agave, but now it's blue agave from a specific location.
Yeah, and so mezcal now is what tequila used to be.
Right.
So I'm going to give us this little blurb here from Wikipedia on the tequila thing. So it goes, Mexican laws state that tequila can be produced only in the state of Jalisco and limited municipalities in the state of Guanajuato, Michoacan, Nayarit, and Tamaulipas. Sorry, everybody. I don't
He's
know.
trying.
I only know like three Mexican, four Mexican states.
There.
Tequila is recognized as a Mexican designation of origin product in more than 40 countries. It was protected through NAFTA in Canada and United States until July 2020 through bilateral agreements with individual countries such as Japan and Israel, has been a protected designation of origin product in the European Union since 1997. So if you're going to sell this in the European Union, it has to be from Jalisco, Mexico.
That kind of sounds like a cartel grab to me.
It very well could be. But I mean, this, and I'm going to get into this, there's designation of origins all over. It's just like when a country is like, no, this is mine. And it almost never works out in a positive way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into a full deep dive here, but I vaguely know about a lot of these, and it ends up being more trouble than it's worth.
Of course.
All right, and so next little paragraph. Aside from its geographical distinction, tequila is differentiated from mezcal in that it is only made from blue agave, and the beverages are prepared in different ways. Tequila is commonly served neat in Mexico as a shot with salt and lime around the world. Tequila must have between 35 and 55% alcohol content, so between 70 and 110 proof in the United States. So it could be made to the exact specifications, but if it's 30%, it's no longer tequila. It has to be at least 35 to 55, which I thought was just pretty interesting.
Right. That is pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
Have you ever had
thoughts? I mean, I don't know. It's just pretty interesting to me.
Have you had Ron White's tequila?
No,
It's really good.
I didn't know he had one.
It's so good. It's called Numero Juan.
That's pretty funny.
The comedian Ron White partnered with a guy to make
but he is
really
not,
good Blanco
he's
tequila.
not he's not who I would imagine as a tequila guy, you know?
Yeah, he's from Texas.
Well, I know, but I'd just look at him and think whiskey.
I get it.
All right, and so there's a little bit of a part 2 to the designation of origin discussion.
Wonderful.
Let me bring this up here. Sorry, got to unlock the phone.
Typical.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got my password in. All right. So right here I have on Wikipedia, it goes list of geographical designations for spirit drinks in the European Union, okay? And so there's a list here, and I'll let you guys pick one each, and then we'll go through it and then just see oh, I didn't know that was a designated drink.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to read through the whole list, and then you guys tell me what you want me to read out.
Sounds
Okay?
good.
So we have rum, whiskey, grain spirit, wine spirit, brandy, grape mark spirit. Some of these are obviously going to be skipped over. Fruit spirit, cider spirit, and perry spirit, vodka, Geist, Gentian, juniper flavored spirit drinks, aquavit, aniseed flavored spirit drinks, flavored vodka, liqueur, creme de cassis, slough aromatized spirit drink or pacharin, maraschino, nocino, bitter tasting spirit drinks, fruit spirit drinks, other spirit drinks.
I would like you to read the rum and,
Okay,
and,
I
like,
figured.
what makes that.
And what
Whiskey.
The
you
whis-
want to do whiskey? Okay. I'll do juniper. That's the closest to gin.
Okay.
So we'll go through that. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. Something's tickling my nose. All right, so rum, first thing. Uh-oh. I clicked on rum, not the thing. Okay.
Oh,
So these are not going to mean anything to you, Brandon, but it's just interesting.
please.
So there's Rum de la Martinique, which it comes from Martinique, France.
Oh,
Rum de
interesting.
Guadeloupe, France, or Guadeloupe.
Guadalupe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guadeloupe.
Rum de la Réunion from Réunion, France.
La
Rum
Réunion.
de Guyane, whatever. So
I'm seeing a lot of France here.
Yeah.
It's like France, these stuck-up motherfuckers just keep
Well, I
putting a
think
tag
rum-
on shit.
well, this is European Union, so it's not going to be
Fuck
like
them,
Bermuda.
dude.
But so, Rum de Madeira, which is from Portugal, and Ron de Guatemala from Guatemala. So seemingly there are rums. I didn't know Guatemala was in the European Union.
Okay.
But, so interestingly, you can just say like whiskey, St. Louis whiskey. We can put a designation
Whiskey
tag
Day
on it.
St. Louis.
We can put a location tag on it and just have that be our thing. No one can make St. Louis whiskey anywhere else in the world. Sorry if that was underwhelming, Brandon.
Well, I had my attention at rum there.
Okay. Whiskey. Irish whiskey, you're never going to guess.
Ireland.
Ireland
No
/
shit.
United Kingdom, Northern Ireland.
Right.
Scotch
Okay.
whiskey from Scotland.
No shit.
Whiskey Brenton, France.
Yeah.
Oh,
See what
that's
did I just
France
say?
there.
What did I just say?
Whiskey Alsatian, France.
Yeah, no shit. These stuck-up pieces of shit. Hey, if any French people want to be on this podcast, you're very welcome.
Yeah, we'll
I won't
have you on.
belittle I mean, I won't belittle you the entire time, but
Frenchmen, comment below. But all right, so what's funny to me though is like, I mean, I don't know what kind of like what level of politics goes into this, and I don't know how popular like Brenton whiskey is, but
never heard of it.
yeah, are you gonna be out there and be like, man, we really got to get a stranglehold on this one. We need this.
Well, what's the?
Because I understand like champagne, tequila, if it's like that big of a drink.
What's the vodka brand that's French? What's that one? You know what I'm talking about.
We'll tell you. Grey Goose.
Grey Goose.
We'll tell you what. We'll go
Yeah.
through. We'll do vodka too.
That's
just to
gonna be a
see.
long
Okay.
fucking talk, dude.
Well, no, I'll hit the highlights.
Okay.
All right.
France.
So yeah, France has a little bit of a hold on whiskey.
A little bit of hold on everything, apparently.
Yeah.
So vodka. Whoa. All right. So Swedish vodka, Sweden. Vodka of Finland, Finland. Polish vodka, Poland.
Yo, shout out to my people.
Original Lithuanian vodka,
Oh,
Lithuania.
shout out to Rolo.
Well, this is so strange to me because, like, who's gonna advertise as Lithuanian vodka?
a lot of people.
A lot of people would probably do that.
Would I do that?
Polish though, Polish. They'd
Oh,
be
right,
like,
right,
"This is a
right.
Polish
And
vodka."
so there's
Potatoes,
Norwegian vodka and
motherfucker.
Estonian vodka. So France doesn't have one on vodka.
Really?
Yeah.
As popular as Grey Goose is, they don't have a hold on vodka.
I know.
Huh.
Wow. Okay, so if you had to guess which country is really going to be going after juniper flavored drinks, which is gin normally,
Where
but
is,
this
what
isn't.
kind of climate is juniper grown in?
It grows here, Arizona. It probably
I'm gonna
grows in
say
Europe
Spain
too.
then.
Okay.
France.
Well, but I mean, like, no, but gin is generally kind of seemingly coming from London mostly, but these are
yeah,
all like,
well,
Bel-
I've seen Peaky Blinders. I
yeah,
get
but this
it.
is all Belgium, man.
Oh, that
So
makes
there's,
sense.
but
I
this
can see
isn't
that
gin;
too.
it's juniper flavored spirits.
Yeah. We know
So
what
it's like
it is.
Genever, Belgium, Netherlands, France, and Germany. Oh, group project.
Name my first daughter Juniper.
Oh, these are all like
Name her
Genever.
June for short.
These are all like Genever.
No, Juniper.
No, these say Genever, but it's a bunch of words I can't pronounce. But they're all Belgium and Germany. Steinhage,
Bless you.
Gin de Mahon, Spain.
Macron.
Uh-huh.
It's probably Macron.
Spiska Borovichka,
I've hit the cherry.
Slovakia. Ooh, hold on, let me
I've
catch
hit
up.
the cherry on my drink. Oh, are we going to do another cherry stem tying in this?
We can do it now that I have a full one. And when we're ready, we'll have to get the heavy cream. Oh, for those of you listening at home, Brandon has heavy cream, so we are going to try it with one of those.
Don't say it like that, dude. That's weird.
Brendan has heavy cream.
Oh my God, no. There was, I forget which episode it was. I think it might have been Hot Toddies, but we were talking about like the fire, and you're like, yeah, I'm getting warm. I'm ready to derobe or something, and all you were doing was taking a jacket off.
Yeah.
And my mom was listening, and Mom, stop listening. Just play it, but put it on mute so I get like the downloads, but don't listen.
Nah, you gotta listen.
You gotta listen to it. You gotta
She
listen
was
to
like-
it.
Please comment below.
She goes, what is this? A gay porno? And I'm like, Mom, what the fuck? Like, I was like,
no,
Mom.
Thomas's mom. This is for the ladies.
Yeah, but I was like, Mom, what are you talking about? She goes, I don't need this intimate derobing in front of the fire. And I'm over here, I'm like, what the fuck did I say on that one, you know? And I listened back, and it was just, I'm not kidding, everybody. Go back and listen. It's literally just Brandon being like, I'm a little warm. Oh, you talk while I derobe.
Tied.
But it was just the
Cheetos was
strangest
another
thing.
5 seconds.
Oh, you tied your cherry stem already?
Damn right.
I know,
dude.
yeah. He fucking outdid himself from last time.
I didn't even know you was doing that. Look at.
You blinked and you missed it.
Oh, I know, I did.
Okay,
Professional.
here we go.
room.
Anyway, I'll eat my cherry. But anyway,
It's a good cherry.
It is.
Solid cherry.
but yeah, no, every time I post a picture of us ready for the podcast, all my friends comment, or they, like, send the thing to me, like, is this your boyfriend? I'm like, you guys know Brandon. What is this?
No shit. You know what it is. I'm engaged to a woman, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's me in a wig, but, you know. Oh, but I said this to you earlier, Tinez, but I'll put it out there for the listeners. But my mom said you're very handsome.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Tinez is a
Thank
very
you.
handsome black man. I'm not
Thank
gonna
you.
lie.
I mean, if you're interested, my mom looks like me, so if you like what you see.
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
You're pretty hot.
Oh, thank you.
You're pretty hot.
on this cold day with this cold drink.
All right, guys. Although I may be the host, I cannot tie a cherry stem and talk, so I might need you guys to chat while I get this thing tied.
Oh, we'll comment. We'll commentate this.
You can talk on your own, but I just don't need like a dead silence. Me being like,
No. We're not gonna. Yeah, please take the microphone away from your mouth because we don't want to hear that. But yeah,
He's really concentrated right now.
he is.
He's
It's not,
gone.
once you know.
hold on.
Oh,
Once you know how to do it, it's not hard to do, especially if you have like a decently long one. We talked about this last time. The short stems are the hard ones to do.
yeah.
Which I've done before, but it takes like a half hour to do. I did it during a movie once. Watched a movie at the movie theaters and tied a short one. But like I said, I had nothing but fucking time to do it. He is still going. The intensity
He's
in his
concentrating really
face.
hard right now.
He's
Look
trying
at the
not
amount of
he's-
focus that's going on his face right now, ladies and
At
gentlemen.
this point, he's trying not to laugh.
Let me straighten this out. Hold on.
Straighten it out.
Straighten it out.
What are you? No,
I'm not as good as you are.
it's got to be curved, dog.
No, but I'm like losing of where my loop is.
Well, don't lose your awareness of the loop. Stay in the loop. Just like everyday life, you gotta stay in the loop. He's very intensely trying to get this done. It looks like it's not going the way he wants it to.
No.
Can he pull this on?
Oh, you get it?
I think he's got it.
We got it.
He got it.
There he goes.
Nice.
I wish I had video on that one because they're like, he's got it. Oh, does he got it? I was just my eyebrows told a story of that entire thing. I'm like,
very true.
It's not that. What?
That's what I was going off of.
Yeah, no, I couldn't find the loop.
Yeah.
Couldn't find the
Happens.
loop because instead of looping, it was just like bending.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You gotta-
Tinez.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, I'm not good at tying.
No, you can't do
I
it?
can't do it.
Oh.
Cannot do it.
I know we had
It's not work
Allison
for
on
me.
last week, and she said that mother can't tie a cherry stem for anything.
I can't do it.
Someday.
So anyway, Brandon
What's up, dog?
discussed it earlier. Let's talk about this engagement party we had, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
I had a great time, man.
It was a good time.
Sorry, Tinez, I can't pull you in. You weren't there.
I wasn't there. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately,
I couldn't make
and
it.
Tinez knew a lot.
Yeah, I knew.
Very
I knew
early
it.
on,
I
too.
knew it.
You knew some stuff early on.
Well, Brandon, if you don't mind,
What's up?
do we want to do drink number 2 or do we want to wait?
We could do drink
We
number
could do
2.
that.
Okay, let's do that and then we'll tell the story.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Can you get me the heavy cream?
You know I got the heavy cream.
Distribute the heavy cream.
Say less.
I don't know what I did differently, but I have like twice as much beverage now.
It's the heavy cream, bro.
Yeah, it was the heavy
You
cream.
asked for the heavy cream. You got the heavy
cream
cream,
did that.
bro.
I got a lot of heavy cream.
Exactly.
But anyway, we're on to this our second drink.
Yeah, so this is heavy cream instead of whole milk.
Yes, let's give this a Tinez. Let's give this a little sip and see if we notice a difference.
Let's see.
I do. I notice.
A lot
yeah.
creamier.
A lot
Yeah.
creamier.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's pretty good.
I recommend the frostbite with heavy cream.
I'm getting a lot of white chocolate now.
Yeah, it definitely brings it more out. Brings more of it out. But so Brandon.
Hit me. Oh, yeah, the engagement party.
Yeah, so I had a great time at the engagement party, but
Or
why
she
don't
said yes party, if you will.
we had a great time at the She Said Yes party, but why don't you give us a little prelude? What led to the She Said Yes party?
I proposed.
Okay. That's all it is.
Simple.
That's all it is. That's simple, huh?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
We went
But
to a park that we both really love to walk to and walk around, and went to in front of our favorite houses around that park, and I haphazardly goofy ass motherfucking said, "Will you marry me?" And she was like, "Of course." And she didn't say of course, she said yes. She
That's
said
very
yes.
sweet.
and
No.
Well,
cried
so-
and-
Did you get down on one knee?
of course, too.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you were kind of being like, I love you, you're my best friend, and she was kind of like, what the fuck?
Well, she goes, we should, because we have a lot of these pictures of these houses around our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, we should come here and take pictures sometime with or without Oliver, our cat. And
Not just some third, like, polyamorous.
yeah, no, our cat Oliver. You've heard him in the podcast. You've seen him on the videos. She's like, we should come here. And I was like, yeah, we should do that sometime. Let's just stand here and look at these buildings. And she's like, okay. And she turns to look at the buildings, and I just keep looking at her, and she's like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
so like, I really love you a lot. You're like my best friend. And I like got down on one knee. I was like, will you marry me? And she's like, yes, I will.
Oh, look at there. Look at that.
And then I was like, you know what the best part is? Your fucking friends are over there.
Oh,
And you picked quite an assortment of friends to have tagged along.
Well, I picked her best friend, Emily, Corner Goblin.
Oh, Corner Goblin, of course.
And I picked her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people I picked.
And then a third undisclosed individual who
Texted
somehow found herself attached to the
texted
situation.
her the day before and goes, let's get fucked up on that day like we used to. And Corner Goblin sends me a picture of that chat, and I go, fuck. So I add her into the group chat, and I go, do not get my girlfriend drunk. I'm going to propose. The thing was, it was kind of nice having her involved, because she was like, give me a list of people that you want there afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, then that's good.
I'll do that part. And I said,
I thought it was
awesome.
a top secret.
No. Well,
Okay.
the less people that know, the easier it is to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
But I was like, she's like, I'll send out a group, like I'll send out a mass text to get everybody there afterwards for dinner and drinks and stuff. And I was like, fuck yes, that's what I want. And then she kind of helped facilitate like getting her nails done, and they had the
that
girls'
was good.
day, and she had no idea. Not to mention, I bought a car the day before.
yeah.
Really threw her off the case.
Which was really funny because
She's like, I'm not getting a fucking ring now. And the next day she gets proposed to. Yeah, it was perfect.
Well, I
That's very
called
smart.
you
That's
the day-
perfect.
That's why I
That's
bought the
smart.
car. You know, I got to throw over the trail. That's all. That's the only reason, right?
Yeah, I called you that day before, and I was at Anheuser-Busch, and I wanted to know if you wanted to go to the Brewery Lights, because I was there for like another reason. I got a free ticket.
Right.
And so I was like, hey, Brandon, well, first of all, this kind of goes back to when we talked about your weird texting etiquette.
Yeah, I'm bad.
You also have
texter.
strange phone call etiquette, because I'm like, hey,
Okay.
Brandon, I'm at Anheuser-Busch. I have an extra ticket to the Brewery Lights. Would you like to come along? He goes, yeah, I'm test driving a car. You just keep me updated. No, you keep me. You're the one that's busy. You keep me updated.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it was strange. But anyway, but yeah, no. And so our third friend there, she comes to me. She's like, hey, do you want to hang out? I can like make us dinner, and we'll just hang out and have a nice night in. I'm like, all right, that sounds cool. And then the She Said Yes party rolls around. She's like, just kidding. It was an elaborate ploy to make sure that your time was reserved so we can go and celebrate our friends' our friends' lasting love or whatever.
So smart.
Yeah, and then I'm over here, I'm like, so who's making me dinner?
McGurk says.
Yeah, I would love to go out and socialize, but who is feeding me? But yeah, no, I had a Cajun chicken sandwich, which...
Shout out to McGurk's onion rings. Those things are
those were
fire.
I never had them.
Super well breaded.
Well,
Oh, okay.
not shout out to their Cajun chicken sandwich because that's just like a barbecue chicken sandwich.
you
Nothing
weren't-
Cajun
you
about
weren't a
it.
fan?
Nothing?
No?
No, nothing Cajun.
I got onion rings and I got something else.
Yeah, the only food I have from McGurk's is just their chicken wings and their.
I like their wings. I almost
toasted
got their
wrap.
wings, but I needed some like carbs and lettuce.
They make a really good stuffed chicken.
Oh, okay.
The
I'll have to
stuffed
try that out
chicken
next
is
time.
fire.
Hey, Brandon, you in the mood for some stuffed chicken? I know a great bar. You'd be like, what?
Well, to be fair, it's an Irish pub that is like 8.
No, I know, but
We've talked about this before. It's like 1,000 bars in one.
yeah, but it's just stuffed chicken is not what I think of a bar. Maybe I just don't eat that much stuffed
fine
chicken.
dining as well.
No, it is really good. But no,
It's
it was,
good. Got good food.
it was quite the collection of individuals. Everyone was there. I was there. You were there.
Danielle's parents were there. Her
Tinez
sister.
was not
I was not there.
I'm so upset. No, I'm not upset. But I would have loved to have you there. But I understand. I understand.
No, I love Tinez, man. I'm not going to lie, Tinez. I didn't know that we were boys, you know?
Oh, we boys.
I didn't know
we
we were
boys,
boys for a bit. I don't know. Like, I mean,
What do you mean? He's your co-host.
he's my co-host, but I didn't know we were boys. But the thing is I didn't know that
It was a
Brandon...
business
Yeah.
transaction.
I didn't even know that Brandon liked me until very recently. Like, I'm just always like...
He's very skeptical.
Yeah, I'm always like, who are you? What is this? You know?
What do you want from me?
But also, it's like, are you just being nice because I'm nearby? Right?
No, I mean, if we weren't friends, you wouldn't be here.
Well, no, I know. I'm going somewhere with
We
this.
wouldn't
Don't
hang
worry.
out if you weren't.
Well, and then, because we just kind of wound up at the same place at the same time. And then when I got invited to the birthday, I was like, me and Tinez, we're boys.
Yeah, we're boys.
I'm in the circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it was good. You know, I'm just saying, like, I'm happy to be.
yeah.
I'm happy we're boys.
Yeah, we're boys.
It makes making the
Of course.
podcast a lot less awkward. Because before I'm like, who is this? Who is this guy?
What do you mean?
No, with Tinez.
Oh, yeah.
Before I knew we were boys.
Right. Yeah, the co-host thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, we just brought you in off the street because you looked warm for our huddle. I don't know you.
Mighty toasty.
This is my apartment, asshole.
Is that why you're always around? Oh,
Yeah,
that explains why you let me in.
that explains why there's pictures of me on the
Oh.
walls.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah, well, we can't all be observant.
I know. I use too much brain power on the perfect ratio of heavy cream to blue curacao.
Yeah, well, your talents are better served elsewhere.
That is very true. But anyway, I'm happy to be here with the boys. But we're very happy for you, Brandon. We're very
Thank
happy
you.
for
Yeah,
Danielle.
congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
And those
Like
of
I
you
said.
wondering who this mystery woman is, Danielle,
She's
my,
been on the podcast.
my wonderful co-host. You
That's right.
guys remember her from her disdain of movies
Her debut
on
on
the
Christmas
well,
episode.
her debut was on episode 1.
Oh.
But she was on the holiday special, and then we were like talking about movies. She's like, I don't like movies. I'm leaving. We're like,
Corner
okay,
Goblin tagging in.
Corner Goblin, come on in. Which I might have to have you have Corner Goblin move in so she can be a mainstay because people like her.
Shh.
Oh, sorry, I'll cut that out then.
She
I won't let her
definitely-
know that people
she
like her.
wants to move in and raise our children for us.
Yeah,
All right,
she did say it. She
All right,
did
Emily.
say.
Emily, don't listen to that part.
She knows. She knows the deal.
I can't have you swooping in.
I mean, honestly, it would be cheaper for us to pay her than to
Get a nanny.
a nanny or
Yeah.
or
Or daycare.
daycare. Daycare is expensive as shit.
Yeah, they are.
So, and she's got a degree in early childhood education. So,
Did you know going to a hospital to have a baby is so expensive? I just found that out through my girlfriend.
speaking of my apartment,
Yeah, of course. Let's
Yeah,
hear it.
let's hear it.
you had an
I've never
interest-
been here before. No, I'm just kidding. What'd
You had an interesting theory on this room that we're in.
It's not a theory. I can look at it and it's happening.
If we want to talk about the ambiance,
Yeah. So the all right, first of all, ambiance.
we're big into ambiance on this podcast.
Longtime listeners know once Brandon set his TV on fire, That changed everything.
That changed the world, dude.
We had
Set the
we
world
had
on
the
fire, literally.
the fire crackling in the background for a long time, and so now we just have like lo-fi chill beats to study and relax to playing.
No,
but we muted it.
Yeah.
And so the backdrop is just a nice little, a nice
Northern
beautiful
Canada, dude.
Northern Canada pine forest and a blizzard.
Snowstorm.
There we go.
And it is beautiful. I think this is going to be a mainstay of appropriate.
We got to have ambiance for every
Yeah.
episode now.
Looking at that, I get frostbite.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Oh shit!
What?
What?
That was another thing I wanted to bring. We'll bring it up later. But
All right.
I want to talk about
Ambiance
frostbite.
of the apartment here.
And so we have our Northern Canadian forest
With the snowstorm.
with the snowstorm. Lights off. We have that nice 4:00 winter St. Louis sun coming to a close. A little bit of a cloudy day.
True.
We have our white LED Christmas light. Well, winter lights. It's
winter
not Christmas
lights
anymore.
They're winter lights, yeah.
So it's just a nice white blue Christmas to match our white blue frostbite drinks.
It just set an atmosphere. Just setting it right. It's so nice.
But you had something to say about this room.
Yeah, so overall, every wall in Brandon's room is like a different...
The man cave.
Every wall of the man cave carries a different vibe, right?
All right.
So I'm looking right here.
Listening.
Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
You know what? I got to give it to you.
Typical.
We love a sports team.
Okay.
And then on the wall next to it, we got a little Camaro thing, but I assume that's going to come over here once we get the car cut out.
No.
Okay, never
It's
mind.
not the same car.
So we have a little Camaro above the doorway, whatever. Cigar humidor. Everyone needs one.
Got it.
Even if you don't smoke cigars, get one.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So above
Fill
it,
full of cigars, you'll never
above it, he has that cool
Van Gogh.
that Van Gogh skeleton smoking. Smoking is death. You know, there's an analogy there.
No, I think he was just trying to be facetious, but go ahead.
Also, we have a lot of like strangely angled walls here.
Mm-hmm.
And then above the entertainment area, like kind of like where his TV and movies are, we have a one-piece flag. That's
Of
fine.
course.
I'm not.
Of
I'm not
course.
into that weeb shit, but I
Whatever.
get it.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
good-
whoa.
it's
And
good
there's nothing
anime.
wrong with being a weeb, Thomas.
And then the next little kind of corner angled wall, we have man cave rules. No whining or wimps. Hydrate
You don't have to
with
read all
beer.
these.
No chick flicks, no crying. Eat lots of bacon, the remote is mine. Fart freely, belching encouraged. Scratch wherever, selective hearing only.
You didn't have to read all that, but that's okay.
I did. And then next to it is like man cave, and it's got the buff arms doing the...
It's the anchor arms.
Yeah, so
Anchor
it's like, it's
arms.
very like dad. Dad energy.
Okay. All right. You know what's under that, though?
And then you got some decanters, which are very nice.
They're very nice.
I'm talking about
decanters.
wall signage.
Shout out to Josh Burden.
And then above the closet with the jerseys, we got Bear Country. I'm fine with sports. And then above his other door out,
Double doors, by the
double
way.
doors, we have Welcome Aboard,
Yo ho.
which I love.
Yo ho.
Nautical theme. And then in there you have some pirate themed. You have that mermaid bottle opener. Very nice. And then next to it is you have something called Fighting Rednecks, which is a rock band.
No, it's not
Oh.
the fighting right. It's Seven,
Seven
Dust.
Dust, and then it's just one of those like middle school T-shirt graphics of like a skull being like, "Arr!"
I guess.
Just like, are we bears? Are we welcome aboard? Are we the dad vibe man cave? Are we weebs? So what are we doing here,
It's a
Brand?
man cave, bro.
Man
It's
cave.
man
Whatever
shit
you
in
want
here,
it to
dude.
be.
Just wait till I get my
Seems like a-
light up Challenger on this wall.
Seems like a 13-year-old boy cave.
It sounds like you don't know what a man cave is.
I guess I never really had a man cave. I just had like my room,
Well, if you live on your own,
which I do.
your whole place is your man cave.
Yeah,
You
but
live
I'm-
with a woman. I asked for one thing.
I
I asked
have.
for one room that could be mine, that I could decorate myself in my own way. I don't give a shit about the rest of the place. You do what you want. I want my one room to myself.
I have lived with a woman.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to go down
Shit.
that road.
Yeet. Yeet.
We brought flashbacks.
Anyway,
PTSD, hell no.
thankfully, it not too many changes. We just kind of rearranged the furniture in my living room, but things were mostly kept the same. But also, my mom helped me pick out all my furniture, so it already had a woman's touch.
Nice.
There you go.
There you go.
Speaking of my mother and furniture,
Hi,
my
Mom.
mom hi, Mom. My mom has a really good eye for, like, a good deal.
Tell her if she wants to buy me some.
No. Don't tempt
recliners.
her. Don't tempt her.
She can buy me some
because she can see a good deal, but she also can't say no.
Oh.
Her garage is filled with like 9 dressers. And she'd be like, well, I got it for only $5. Imagine this. I sand it down, put a varnish on it. I could sell it for $10. Then it stays in the garage for probably too much time, and then she does it. But it's like, Mom, you had a $5 profit, but it took you like 9 months. And she goes, yeah, but I got it at a yard sale for $5.
Wow.
And then she's always saying, get your crap out of the garage. This isn't, it's not my bookshelf. I already have a bookshelf.
Well, if we move to Arizona, I know where I'm looking.
Oh, yeah. No, it is good stuff. It's not like junky crap. It's good stuff.
I've met your mom. I'm guaranteed.
You've met my mom?
I guarantee it's not
you
junk
did.
shit.
Oh, my mom is very upset that, not very, but she was just like, oh, I know she didn't mention me. Sorry, Mom. But when we went to the Anheuser-Busch tour, and we talked about it on one of the episodes.
You didn't mention that your mom was there?
No, we didn't. I think it was the Hot Toddy episode in the holiday special. We talked about it. But she was just like...
She was a staple of that trip.
She was. And so she was just like, oh, I noticed you guys talked about what a great time you guys had at the Anheuser-Busch.
You didn't say anything about me being there.
You didn't say anything about me. Oh, you talk about your stepmother's roasted duck. No, but here's the thing. My mom doesn't celebrate holidays. So I'm like, what do you want me to say, Mom? That you don't celebrate Christmas on the Christmas episode?
What's her name?
Alita.
Come on,
you can call her
Alita.
Allie.
Come on, Alita.
Yeah, and then I was like, you want me to tell everyone? You want me to tell all of America? You want me to tell my boy in Belgium who's listened to every episode?
Shout out to our boy in Belgium.
Shout out to the Belgian boy. You want me to tell the guy in Belgium that you don't celebrate Christmas? And she goes, well, I guess not, huh? It doesn't really fit. Yeah. No, here's the thing. So my mom, she just doesn't celebrate holidays. She's just kind of like, waste of time and money. Okay. All right, whatever. It's fine. You know what I mean?
It's fine.
Jesus might have been born in the fall, maybe in the spring. Who effing knows? I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
But so if you don't get her like a birthday present or Christmas gift, she's like, oh, your sweet little old mother who works her fingers to the bone doesn't get a card. She doesn't get a gift. Whatever. Right.
I can't wait to hear her response to this.
I can't wait. I don't want to hear it.
We know that she listens to every episode now. What's up?
Unfortunately. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
And so, and there are times that I do get her a gift, and she's just like, you should be saving money. I don't need this. It's just more crap.
Geez.
And I'll be like, oh, sorry. And my favorite thing, so my
should have
mom's
got her
like,
something from the Anheuser-Busch store.
I should have. Well, no,
Maybe
here's the
we
thing.
will.
Even if you get her something she likes, Brandon, like she loves the Steelers. I love the Steelers. I get it from her.
Steel City.
Steel City, Pittsburgh, baby, let's go. Oh my God. Kenny Pickett, way better than I thought he would be. But anyway.
Carrying on.
So
Just like Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, so she's a big Steelers fan. And so if you get her something Steelers related for like Christmas, birthday, whatever, she'll do this like, well, I'm glad you got me something, but not these egg-sucking Steelers. They don't care about me. They just go and lose to whoever they lost to that way.
Oh, my God, man. You're your mother's son.
I know. That's exactly what I said.
It's the same shit you would have said.
No, but she'd be like, if they cared about me, they wouldn't have let the Jets run all over them. And anytime I'm here, I'm like, it's fine. They don't care about me. I don't know why.
Egg-sucking Steelers.
Egg-sucking Steelers. I don't know why I put on the jersey. They don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
And so Tinez, whenever the Steelers lose, it's something I did wrong. I'm like, I must have not done good enough because they don't care about me. Jesus. I put all this time and effort in.
I think you got that from your mother.
I think
and
so.
then my dad, who is a huge Cardinals fan, they could go like 0-17, and he'd be like, you can't
Cardinals
win them
football.
all.
Cardinals
football, yeah. And they could lose every game in the season. He's like, can't win them all. We'll get them next year. I wish I could do that. But maybe I shouldn't put my like entire mental health in 53 men playing a game of catch.
To be fair, I get mad every time the Bears lose a game, even though I know they're going to lose the game.
Brandon?
Thomas.
I know when I'm here, I root for the Bears. But the Bears doing bad has really helped the Steelers because of a trade we made.
Well, the Bears doing bad is going to help them in the draft.
Well, I know. It's going to help us because we have your second-round pick.
That too.
And because of Miami...
Fucking Miami.
They don't have a first-round pick. Sorry, everybody. This is recorded 6 days ahead of time.
Listen,
so
you don't need to tell them that.
If the Bears...
Nobody listens to football.
If the Bears lose in Week 17, that will give the Steelers the 32nd pick.
They're going to lose.
Well, you never know. But so...
I'd pick the Bears over
So
Houston,
whoever...
We'll see.
Well, you never know. But so...
We'll see.
Whoever loses this game gets the first pick.
Okay.
And so if the Bears lose, they get the first pick. And because Miami doesn't have a first-round pick because of their little Brian Flores situation, and the Steelers have their second-round pick, if the Bears lose and they have the first pick, and because there's one less first-round pick, the Steelers will have the 32nd pick, which is still in the first round, even though it's a day 2 pick. So we might have 2 first-round picks, in a sense. What were we talking about before all this?
Your mother.
Your mother.
My mom. Oh, yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
No, my mom thinks you're very nice, Brandon. Also, she didn't know that Tyler was your brother. And I'm like, you couldn't tell from everything about him?
Nah, well.
You guys are identical. Oh, we got to get your brother on so I can tell everyone about how it saved his life.
We're not identical, and...
Well, you're not identical, but you look very similar, I think.
Okay.
Same lack of facial hair in the front.
Oh, how did you... We'll save it, I guess. Yeah, we'll save that. Don't worry about that. So, no, we're good.
Oh, shit.
It's
It just changed.
transitional.
All right,
Transitional.
Tinez,
Mm-hmm.
what have you been up to? Haven't talked to you in a while.
I just been
Lifting.
Let's talk about the gym routine.
Let's talk about the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys aren't the only ones in this challenge. I hope you know that.
Yeah. I just don't have my... Okay, so, Brandon, why don't you tell us what the challenge is?
So, this past October, the Sober October guys decided...
Am I roped into another Bert Kreischer thing?
Yes.
You had me watch one special, and suddenly
surprise.
I'm in a challenge with the guy.
You got it. So, this last Sober October, they did burning 500 calories every day throughout the month, which during workouts, so I'm assuming this is active calories, every single day through the month of October. Well, I decided I wanted to do a January challenge this year. And, well, of course, in October they're sober also, but...
so they're really slimming down.
Yeah, they're killing it. But this year I wanted to do a January challenge. I was like, I need a monthly challenge. I reached out to, I can add you guys to this group later, but it's our Accountability Buddies group.
I need a group like that, but for I don't know, things, I don't know.
Well,
never mind. I'll
that group will help you out for sure. But I reached out to that group and I said, let's do a challenge for January. What are we thinking? Like a physical challenge. And Stowers goes, well, how about we do the Sober October challenge of the 500 calories a day? And I said, that sounds perfect. Let's do that. So as of January 1st, being hungover on January 1st, burning 500 calories a day. Are you tying a cherry stem right now?
I was going to let you guys know when I was done. But
I could tell because your face was very intense.
Yeah. My face tells the story.
So this month, we're all doing the 500 calories a day. And so that's active calories because these Apple Watches, they'll track your total calories during a workout, but they'll also do active calories, which is different. Yeah,
and I might be the only person in the world without an iPhone at this point.
No, my brother doesn't have an iPhone.
So
he actually has an Android watch.
Well, I don't have an Android watch. I wear my Casios, but
yeah, I mean you can get one of those like Fitbits or something.
Yeah, but I mean it tells the time, Brandon. That's all I need. But I do my best to calculate 500. So I'm doing my best, but I don't have my watch telling me exactly what's going on.
Well, see, yeah, I mean, if you hop on a treadmill and put in your weight or whatever, it's still not going to calculate the proper amount.
Well, yeah, so when I go on the Stairmaster, it asks me my weight, and I put in that, and then I just try to do an extra 30 minutes of weightlifting.
Yeah,
But I also have an active job, so hopefully that gives me an extra couple.
Yeah. I'm sure that you burn 500 calories actively.
I certainly eat. Dude, I calculate. I think I'm at like 22,800 calories a day right now.
Really?
And that's why I'm not losing any weight. I'm a big boy, eating a lot.
Tinez,
Yeah.
you fucking lost the challenge, bro. Let's talk about it.
I lost the challenge.
You didn't work out the last 2 days, did you?
I didn't work out Thursday or Friday last week. 'Cause I was busy with work
What
stuff.
happened?
So Thursday, my friend David was in town for the last day.
No excuse.
So we had to celebrate him after work for the last day. Friday, it was a day with my job had a work event, so I didn't go that day either. So 2 days I didn't go. But the rest of the days I went, and I burned more than 500 calories.
Let's be honest though. You were burning like 900.
Got it, by the way. Sorry, I took a break while we were talking, but I got it.
There you go. Let's be honest. You were burning 900 to 1,000 calories a day anyway, though.
Yeah. So my average was somewhere around 1,100 calories a workout I was burning.
Yeah. So even if you took those 2 days off, you'd still be
Yeah.
averaging more than 500.
Yep.
I guess you didn't necessarily lose the challenge.
I'm still in there. I'm still in there.
You know,
Still in there.
it is supposed to be an everyday thing.
But if you count all the calories I done burned,
I know.
it's double.
Well, that's what makes it hard is the everyday 500. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's even worse is that what's it called?
What?
That other challenge. It's like the something 90. Have you
Or
heard
the
of it?
90-day challenge?
90-day challenge.
Yeah, where you drink like water and read a book or something like that.
Got to read 10 pages a day or something.
Yeah, something around that.
2 workouts a day, at least 45 minutes maybe.
Yep. That's the 90-day challenge.
So no alcohol, 90 days, read a book,
Read
10
a book.
pages every day.
Yep, go to sleep, get at least 8 hours of sleep.
That's an intense 90-day challenge.
Wow, read a book for 90 days. No, just kidding.
Well, 10 pages for 90 days.
No, I get it. I was just goofing.
No alcohol,
Oh, yikes.
2 workouts. One of them has to be
Day?
one of them has to be outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's people like you.
No, bro, because I have a fucking job.
Yeah, all these people have jobs. Where are you going with this?
I've never forgotten what I was about to say more than I did just now. Like, I went from, like, actually having something to say to no thoughts, head empty.
Where did it go, Thomas?
You can flick your microphone off all you want, but
I
you
did.
can still hear it on
That's
us.
fine.
I'm cutting that out.
That's fine. Appreciate you.
I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway.
I'll come back to you sooner or later.
Tell you what,
Oh, this is
See?
not what I was
There
going
we
to
go.
say. No, this is not what I was going to say.
Okay.
But speaking of not drinking,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
let's say, for instance, this show lasts until October.
Okay.
People like to stay sober in October.
Sober October.
Yeah, I have plans for sober October. Like, so if we ever do like or maybe not even October, if we're ever doing a month of not drinking, I have a way for us to. Like, I have a plan.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I just
Brandon, you dying over
the
there?
sober month just makes me so fucking sad.
Oh, I was about to say, like, it looks like you're holding something in it. Well, no, but, like, you know, there are, like, mocktails, and, like, there are, like, brands that specialize in that kind of thing. I got it planned out. It's good. It's fine.
Okay.
Whether it's October
Thank
it's
God.
sober April. Well, I just don't mean, like, sober October and they're drinking water? Well, what kind of podcast is this?
We sample different kinds of water.
Oh, shout out to Tanya in Mexico.
Shout out to you, Tanya.
Yeah, sorry. This just popped in my head. I only now realized we were drinking tequila. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like,
tequila.
you ever have a drink and you're like, damn, this is tequila
Mm-hmm.
from El Mexico.
True.
Yeah, Tanya. Oh, you know what? Let me just shout this out.
Please.
Tanya and I are... This is going to seem so out of place, but you know what? This is the perfect time. Frostbite.
Mm-hmm.
Cold. You know what else is cold? Edward Cullen. Tanya and I and a couple of our other friends, shout out to the people,
Coughlin.
We run a Twilight meme group on Facebook called
Twatlight.
Twatlight.
And I had been thinking about this all week, but it's like, this is the oh my God, look at that hole in your sock, Brandon.
Don't look at that.
You go to
These are my lucky
you go out in
socks, bro.
public like that.
These
Anyway,
are my lucky
Thomas,
socks.
you off track. You off track.
sorry,
You've
sorry.
seen a hole in the sock and it come back
I
to
wore
me now.
these when I
Come back
proposed,
to-
dude.
it is the
Don't
biggest
worry.
hole I've ever seen.
Wore these when I proposed, dude. With lucky socks. My Pumas.
Oh, wait, wow, that is a nice hole in your sock.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, don't tell me not to get distracted. You saw that thing.
I looked up and I
It's
see
like
it.
looking into the void. There's
I
not
got,
even
I got a lot of fun socks for Christmas, so you'll see some more fun
a hole
socks.
that big. I know why you call it fun. But so anyway, we run a little Twilight meme group, Twatlight, 80,000 members, dude. And what's
Please
funny is
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
please subscribe to the YouTube channel for everyone in Twatlight that listens to this. But it's so funny the way we started that is, Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Mm-hmm.
Me and my friends used to have a meme group for that. And then everyone in the chat, for some reason, just started using a lot of, like, Twilight reaction memes. And then they were like, oh, Twilight's pretty funny. Let's make a Twilight group. And then it just grew to 80,000 members.
Oh, wow.
And then it's just like, this is a little too much. I thought this was just for like me and my friends, but it has grown exponentially. Just like hopefully this podcast. If people would listen. Shout out to my Brussels boy. Oh yeah, he's in Brussels. Brussels, Belgium.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah,
Shout out
to
to
everyone
you.
listening, the show is international.
Good beer out there in Brussels.
And I didn't even shout this out, everybody. In the New Year's episode, I had said that I want to get us on everything. We are now on almost everything.
Hell yeah.
I have us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Samsung. I think Google Podcasts might still be pending, but I might be in. And then like Deezer, and then something else. Like we're getting on all of the streaming platforms. So if you like to listen on something and we're not on it, let me know, and I will do
We'll
my
figure it
best.
out.
Yeah, will do.
Apple.
We are on Apple. Oh, and you know what, guys? If you're listening, hopefully you like us. Go ahead and leave a 5-star review. Even if you don't like us, leave a 5-star review. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that.
We're glad to appreciate that.
If you think this is the worst show you've ever heard, leave a 5-star review.
And then tell us.
And then tell us what we could do wrong.
Or tell us what we could do better, is what you mean.
That's what I mean. Brendan, I see you scrolling. Are we working on something?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do we need to...
Do you want me to get into it?
Yeah.
I can get into it if you want.
What do we got?
I have some things to talk about.
Well, what
Okay.
things you have to talk about? Let's hear it.
So, we made bone broth this week.
Bone broth. And I might have been the first domino
think I
to
ever
flick
had
this
that.
over.
Hmm?
I might have been the first domino to start this whole story, because I started saving my vegetable bag,
Yeah.
my vegetable scraps in freezer bags.
We have made vegetables before.
Yeah, which
vegetable
had
broth.
inspired Danielle to do the same.
Yes.
Well, so I saved my vegetable scraps to boil into a broth to
Yeah.
like cook my rice in and stuff.
Yep.
That then inspired Danielle to do the same.
Right.
And then you had come into possession of a smoked turkey carcass,
Correct.
made bone broth.
My mother has given me a giant pot to be able to make this.
Yeah, I don't think I had bone broth before.
Really?
Never had it.
So
Really?
my lunch meals.
How do you not have a bone broth?
I never had bone broth.
It's so good, dude.
So
A lot of collagen.
my lunch meals I buy, or they're called Monster Mash.
Okay.
So it's rice, bone broth, beef, ground beef, and I've thrown some green peppers in there, cooked green peppers. But you can buy bone broth from the store.
Okay.
I usually go chicken because generally it's going to have more collagen. And
Okay.
because, smaller bones, lots of more joints kind of thing. So you can buy that from the store. We made some this time. What I had not anticipated was the giant, 10 fucking, the 5-gallon pot we had. We didn't have enough jars for this shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Well, how long do you let it reduce for? May I ask?
We cooked that for 8 hours.
Yeah. So I was about to say, man, like, and you. Sorry, I don't know why I just looked at Tinez. Never had bone broth a day in his life.
Never had bone broth.
Never had.
Like, you'll make a pot of bone broth. Like you'll start getting going. You're like, oh my god, I filled this thing up. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for this. You can cook it down by like half. You still don't have enough fucking room for it.
No.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I love making broths, dude.
We have to freeze it.
Yeah, no, the good idea, and it's good to make rice in it. Good to make your ramen in it.
Well, yeah, I guess I could use it to make my rice in, but like I add it to my meals my prep meals.
Yeah.
My prep meals. That's what I add to my prep meals every day. So it's I will use it, but the thing is, like, we have too much right now.
Too much. Speaking of prep meals, and we talked about the gym earlier. This is what I was going to say before I forgot. Teens, did you go to the gym today?
Today? No.
Wow. Be running
So
upstairs
Brandon,
after this.
Yikes. Brandon, what'd you hit on the gym today?
Back
Okay.
and some treadmill.
Oh, okay. I did chest and triceps and shoulders.
We talked about this. You like to do a lot in your workouts.
Yeah, and I also did the Stairmaster. Well, I do like a push day.
Well, how
all
much of
day.
each do you do?
I did 20 minutes on the Stairmaster and then 30 minutes of weightlifting.
Well, yeah, but like how many different workouts? Like how many different?
Oh, I don't remember.
Like what did you do? Like
I did the machine for chest press.
Okay.
Because everyone takes the bench. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Whether it be a
we should also
powerlifter-
say you go to what? Planet Fitness?
Unfortunately. But so they don't even really have a chest press exactly.
Right,
They have a Smith
right.
machine, but then they also have like benches, which every either bodybuilder or high schooler takes. So I did the chest press machine for a bit. 2-3 sets maybe. And then I went over to the free weights, did my like overhead tricep stuff, did my shoulder stuff. And then when a bench opened up, I did incline press with dumbbells.
Okay. All right.
And I just kind of cycled between that stuff. I didn't really go too crazy because I knew I was like coming over here, and I didn't want to be like, sorry,
Sore.
Brandon.
Should have.
Yeah, well,
Next time.
next time. Sorry for my so out of place comment on the gym,
It's fine.
but that's what you get on the Gin and Thomas podcast. Thoughts when they come to you. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the vibe of the Gin and Thomas podcast. Just a little segmented, free-form conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
If anyone, we take ideas from anywhere here. For those of you listening at home, for those of you that have told me this, Thomas, each episode doesn't have enough of a thing. Start your own podcast. I don't, it's the Gin and Thomas, not the gin and concentrated ideas.
We drink a drink and we talk shit.
Or we just talk.
We drink a drink and talk shit. But speaking
That's
of
what we
talking
do.
shit, from what I understand, Brandon, you're always fucking lock and loaded with something for me to get going on.
When are we going to the track, bro?
I don't know, fucking tomorrow?
My car is now set up to do track shit.
Bro, I rode in that whip, and I said this to you. And Tinez, when you take a seat in that fucking thing, you're going to know what I'm talking about. But I was saying it, I was like, it's not like this like stomach-dropping feeling. And I kind of described, I was like, it's a kind of like when you take off in a plane, but it's like that roller coaster when it's not when you like go down, but it's like when you're on a roller coaster and it just, no, and you go on a roller coaster and it drops slightly and then you go up. It's just that half second, like, huh.
It's
Just like, wow.
It's the weight shift with the vehicle squatting. That's for traction, bro.
That thing is badass.
It's
Let's
set
talk
up
about the
for
whip.
racing,
We talked
dude.
about the ride.
Slide
which is
over
the girl.
to my Instagram.
Now let's talk about the whip.
Slide over to my Instagram at Brandon_Churchill_95. Check out that new whip. This white knuckle Challenger Scat Pack Shaker Edition.
Scat Pack like I'm the Scat Man.
No.
No.
More like a
Sound just like that.
My
It does
car,
sound like
my
that,
car
doesn't
just
Just
goes,
like that.
my car just goes like, man.
mine goes.
So Brandon,
Yes.
Speaking of this car,
Yep.
purchasing this car was like it could be a movie, honestly. Tell us the saga. Because the fact that you have this car is kind of insane.
Okay.
Because it was taken.
Yep.
And then you were given a second chance.
So it's a 2022 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack Shaker Edition. It was a one owner when I first test drove it at the dealership. I had 3,600 miles on it, so I drove it, loved it, but I wasn't there for me. We were trying to find a Jeep for Danielle. We sat down and talked some numbers with that car. I said, well, let me go home, figure some stuff out. Texted the guy later on in the week, was like, this is where I'm at. He's like, this is where I'm at. I'm like, all right, well, it ain't going to work out. Went to vacation in Mexico. Shout out to the Cuba Libre episode. And come back a week later, it's sold. I'm like, God damn it. Regret not buying that car. Then, a couple months pass. This is like November. I see it back.
Which I want to say, before it was sold, you had kind of like, you'd show me the listing for that car. But you'd be like, damn, man, look at that car. You think that'd be good? Like, it's pretty sweet, huh? Like,
it's
every
sick.
day you would talk to me about
So
it. You
sick.
wanted it. You wanted it.
You didn't want the car back.
So it was sold. 2 months later, it shows back up on Auto Trader. I go back on the dealership website, same dealer. See, it's on there. I text the guy. I'm like, yo, what's up with this? This thing's back already? Also listed for the same price, by the way. And he's like, yeah. The guy's got more money than sense. He's done this with a couple cars. He's bought them, then trading them back in. It only had 100 more miles on it.
Oh.
I was like, what?
So he didn't drive it for
The
that
hell?
long.
He didn't drive it very far. But
Yeah.
what did he? What fingerprints? what traces did he leave of his terrible driving on your car, Brandon?
Well, I didn't even notice this. My dad noticed this when I drove it to Bloomington this past weekend for New Year's. He apparently he curbed one of the wheels.
Disgraceful.
Yeah, it looks fucking horrible in these black rims it's got.
Also, what are you, a woman? Because we all know the classic meme of like, girls will hit a curb and be like, whoops. I've never hit a curb in my life.
I'm gonna be
And
honest.
I wasn't taking a jab at women, but it's just because I got the meme.
My last car's got some bad curb rash on the wheels.
What are you, a woman? A la Gritonia?
Can I tell you why?
Why?
So,
Is it because you're bad at drifting?
where Danielle used to live, this driveway out of the
And
apartment
who's Danielle?
complex, you know who she is, my fiance.
Oh, your fiance.
Yeah,
How
fiance.
nice.
So the driveway goes
Must
at
be
it-
nice to have love.
Jesus Christ. The driveway goes out at an angle and then perpendicular straight to the street. So as you're pulling out, you're thinking normal driveway. I just turn. No, I fucking over that like a couple weeks after I bought the damn thing. It was not fun.
That's a rough way to go.
That's rough.
A few months later, driving it, took a wrong turn. Big ass pothole in a turn on a neighborhood street. Shonk. Fucking clipped it again. So I was living with some bum ass, curbed ass wheels on that thing for a long ass time. I do have, however, if anybody wants to buy these, hit me up. I do have 3 rims that will fit a Challenger. They're 20s by 8s.
And where can they hit you up, Brandon?
Wherever. Instagram, Facebook.
Wherever.
Instagram.
Instagram. Well, I already said the Instagram. It's at Brandon_Churchill_95. And, I mean, DM me. Hit me up. I will sell those. Probably $200 a piece. The only thing is a little bit on one of them. The clear coat's flaking off, but no big deal. There's no curb rash on them whatsoever. There's no TPS sensors on them. They're just rims.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hit me up. 20s by 8s. The Challenger bolt pattern. Yeah, they're really great rims, but yeah, I need to sell those. But I've got a little bit of curb rash on one of the wheels. Other than that, it's basically a brand new vehicle.
I really wish that I was like a cool car guy, because I really want a cool car,
Right.
but I don't like
Know anything about them.
No, it's well, I mean, I don't know anything about them, but I don't like have what it takes to be like, I'm gonna open this baby up on the freeway. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna go the speed limit and be responsible. But I'm also scared of. You guys don't even know this. I have terrible driving anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, tell the story.
Yeah. Tell me about
Which one?
Exactly.
So the first one, I've been in two. I mean, I don't know. You know, every once in a while, someone accidentally rear ends you in a drive-through, and that's not too big of a deal. Like one time, I got rear-ended in a drive-through, and it didn't even like leave a dent in my bumper, you know. But my first major car accident, this was crazy. I was in Phoenix, and I was leaving a date with a girl. We went to the Cobra Arcade in Central City, or Midtown, maybe. You know what I'm talking about. You know. Cobra Arcade, great spot. I am really, really good at Simpsons bowling. I play as Marge. I go on the high scores reset every day, but every time I go in there, boom, high score first try. You know what I mean? I'm just that good.
You're that good.
And it's not like I'm the first guy of the day.
Right.
Like I go in at night and I kill him.
Sure.
But you know, anyone that like plays a game long enough, like you know how to just be. It's not that you're like, oh, I'm great at like bowling games. It's like I know how to be good at this game. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But so I was, it was like First Street and something, and I was I don't know what it was, but anyway, so some chick just like rear ends me at 50 miles an hour.
Jeez.
It shot my car forward like 6 to 10 feet. I don't even remember, but during the accident, I could like move and be fine, but I was so hopped up on adrenaline and all that. But after that, I couldn't move my head for like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks at least, and I was out of work for like 2.5 months. It was insane, dude. Like, I couldn't even like get out of bed. Like, my mom had to kind of like move in with me and help me. Like, if I had to like get out of bed, she would have to like almost like pick me up. But if she wasn't there, I just had to like roll out of bed and like land on the floor.
Right.
And that was nuts, dude. And that actually eventually led to me meeting somebody that, and it's a long story. I can tell it another time, but that accident is directly responsible for me to moving to St. Louis, actually. It's really, really interesting. But, yeah, no, dude, like, and it wasn't as bad as other people have had in, like, terms of, like, being, like, paralyzed or accidents, but it's, like, not being in control of your body in a certain sense, like, your body betraying your mind.
Yeah.
Like, if I wanted to, like, move, I'd have to be like, like, rotate my whole body. And, no, it was just really, really bad. And that kind of, like, got me all screwed up. And I was in physical therapy for, like, 4 or 5 months. Mm-hmm. And then I moved to St. Louis. And I'm not kidding, dude. Like, just, like, maybe, like, a week after my 1-year anniversary of that car accident, some kid rear-ended me, like, at an intersection.
Oh, my God.
Texting while driving. He gets out of the car, and he's like, damn, bro, I look at my phone for, like, 2 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Looking at your goddamn phone. First of all, if you're going into an intersection, worst time to look at your phone.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is like, so I was stopped, but it was the intersection to get onto the freeway. And I had the red light, so the other traffic was going. I was like, so if this kid didn't hit me, he could have just gone into, like, freeway traffic.
Yeah.
Hitting me probably saved this kid's life.
Right.
Insane. I don't need the flashbacks of my last accident, but it's just like, how the fuck does this shit keep happening to me?
Yeah, I'd be surprised here in St. Louis. I almost got
I know St. Louis is bad drivers, but like 2 accidents with like almost like year anniversaries. Like, I went the first 26 years of my life without a car accident.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I got 2.
Yeah. I almost got into my first accident yesterday, actually.
Well, quit texting while driving. No, just kidding.
I wasn't texting.
No, I know you wouldn't do that, Tinez. You're
I
too
was-
smart.
I was
Somebody
leaving.
hitting
I was
you, I'm
being
sure.
responsible. I was leaving the bank. I was taking care of business.
Oh, I bet he was. He's like, I just deposited my latest milli in the bank,
Right.
Oh, I
driving
wish.
my Rolls Royce,
I wish. But
diamond encrusted rims that I hit on every curb. Doesn't matter.
God damn it.
goddamn. But I was at a stop sign, and there was a car in front of me, and they were kind of like blocking the intersection a little bit for the oncoming traffic to go past them.
What,
And-
like they were in the
Yeah, I was
intersection?
in it a little bit. So they had to back back. But they didn't look behind them. They just put the car in reverse and like floored it pretty
shit.
much back towards me.
Did you
Like,
beep him? Like,
Yeah, I beat them. And it was about an inch away from hitting my car.
Fuck.
dude, people are insane. Not even looking in the mirrors when they back
Yeah,
up.
you just floored it. I was like, oh, my, you kidding me?
I've been hit a lot.
What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Well, so my first accident was in my first car, the Buick LeSabre.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass boat of a vehicle. A big panel van decided to change lanes into me. Destroy the entire side of the vehicle. Luckily, it was low miles. They didn't total it out. They rebuilt it. The second one, hit and run, backed into me, took off in my Camaro.
Wow.
Had to get that fixed.
Yeah, see, I've never had anything like that. I just had my two rear endings, but my first one was sorry not to cut you off. I'll let you go back, but my first one was so bad. I just have anxiety driving now.
Of course.
But
Well,
anyway, keep
yeah,
going.
anytime anybody pulls or anybody's driving next to me, I always feel like they're moving into me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's some PTSD from that. But the third one, real icy night, coming up to a stoplight in Bloomington, and a guy, instead of he starts to slide, instead of smacking the car in front of him, decides he's going to turn in front of me, the lane over, and fucking screws up my front side too on that one. It's a mess.
Yeah. I'm surprised on how some people get their license.
It is a travesty that half of these people are allowed to drive.
Yeah.
And that's not the all of the accidents that I've almost been in that people have just tried to cut you off and almost slam into you and
I know
run you
these
off the
people are nuts.
road and all that kind of crazy
Well, and everyone's
shit.
like, "Oh, these St. Louis drivers. Oh, these California drivers. These
I had
Phoenix
somebody-
drivers. Every driver is bad in a different state.
Yep.
But they're just bad in such oddly different ways."
I had a teenager almost rear-end me in Bloomington because I saw her texting in my rearview mirror. We were coming up to a stoplight, and the last half mile, I was like, this bitch ain't paying attention at all. I keep seeing her eyes drop down and look at her phone. I was like, we're coming to a stop sign. I guarantee she's about to fucking run into me. Sure enough, stops at the last minute. She looked up just in time to not slam into me.
There was one time I was on the freeway. This is in Arizona, but I was driving in the left lane. That's for going fast.
As one does.
But and it was middle of the night, no one else on the road. This other car, it was an SUV. They borderline cut me off and then slam on their brakes.
Horrible.
Trying to get me to hit them for whatever reason. I just, as soon as they cut in front of me, I got over.
Yeah.
But they started slamming on their brakes as I was leaving. It's that's not bad drivers. That's just being malicious.
Yeah.
But it's just I'm going fucking 80. You could have killed us both.
Yeah.
People should not be allowed to drive.
Watch those videos of people trying to
Those dash cam videos.
to
I
brake
didn't-
check semi trucks. You know those motherfuckers can't slow down, right? They get wrecked.
People are so dumb.
The semi truck driver's like, sorry, they're underneath my goddamn truck, but they slammed on their brakes in front of me.
I know. That's why I don't know. Stuff like that makes me want to get a dash cam, but I also just don't I just kind of forget.
Yeah. Well, if
I
this
see that.
podcast takes off,
Yeah, if the Brussels boy wants to start telling his friends, but
he should. This is a lit ass podcast.
this
bro.
is a lit ass podcast. But speaking of it being a lit ass podcast, let's say that followers of this lit ass podcast are like, I want more of these boys.
Yes.
Tinez, where
Yes.
could they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Tinez, so TINZ _2014.
Anything else? Twitter or anything?
Oh, that's it. I don't have a Twitter.
Oh, fair enough. You want me to
sorry.
go?
Brandonione, where can they find you?
I've already said it a couple times, but Instagram is at Brandon_Churchill_95 at. Or I already said that. And then Twitter is at Brandon Churchill without the U in Churchill.
All right, and there we go. And then
and then YouTube.
YouTube, of course.
At Brandon Churchill.
Yeah, and speaking of the YouTube, there's plenty of videos with me on there. There's a couple of videos with Tinez on there. Maybe there's a few coming up. We'll see.
Yep.
But what kind of stuff do we do on YouTube here, Brandon?
Oh, we taste test a lot of things. We do some spicy challenges. We do some vlogs. There's a lot of stuff on there for a little bit of everything for a little bit of everybody.
Good stuff. We love to see it. And as for me, on Instagram, you can follow me at Capt Cool Kid. That is CAPT Cool Kid, and Bad Boy of Botany. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Jen and Thomas Podcast. You can find the show anywhere podcasts are found: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Samsung, Google. And if there is anywhere that you like to listen that you can't find us, please let me know, and I will make it my number one priority to be on there. And you can also find the podcast on YouTube at Jen and Thomas Pod, I believe, and I post the podcast, I post clips, I post shorts.
The Instagram does have some shorts.
Yeah, the Instagram is Jen and Thomas Podcast. Did I say that already?
You did.
Yeah, but yeah. So the podcast, follow us on the Instagram.
Definitely follow the Instagram. You get some pictures from the episode. You get some shorts and etc.
Yeah, I do the shorts. I do a little background. Post on the stories. I do some good stuff. Please excuse Brandon. He had a little bit of a cough, little baby.
I've been sick for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, my man has been a dead man walking. But we hope you enjoy the show. We hope you drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
Drink
Yes,
responsibly.
please drink
Tinez, do you have anything
responsibly.
to say?
Nope, just drink responsibly,
There we
take
go.
care of yourselves.
That's
It's
all
a
you
new
gotta say.
year, and take care of yourself.
Be healthy. Get some Ubers.
Yeah, it is the new year. Get some Ubers. It's cold out. Beware of frostbite. I know we were partaking in some frostbite, but try
That's
not
right.
to get it yourself. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Anyway, be safe. Be kind. Get home safe.
We love you.
We love you. Shout out to you, Brussels boy.